everybody, it's Charlie from DM Sound, and today we've got the sound system demo on the 2025 Toyota Tundra and its 9-speaker mid-level audio system. This is going to be an in-depth review. We're going to take a look at how the infotainment system works, take a look at audio inputs, adjustments, controls, speaker locations, and then we're going to head out on the road and listen to these sample tracks while we're rolling, and I'll give you my thoughts at the end. Now, if you don't care about any of that stuff at the beginning and you just want to hear the music, click ahead in the video. We've got chapters to get you right to the tunes. And if you want to hear even more on the system, sign up below to become a Daily Motor member. I'm going to record a members-only sound test with this one. We're going to use member-requested tracks, real music, if you will. And I just ask a little bit because we don't make any ad revenue for those videos, so they got to be hidden behind a paywall. And lastly, I recommend listening with headphones so you can hear exactly what I hear from the driver's seat. But before we get started, let's hop out and take a look at it. This is kind of a cool trim for 2025. It's called the TRD Rally. It essentially takes the interior fittings of an SR5, puts them with the off-road capabilities of a TRD off-road with the Bilstein shocks and some Michelin all-terrain highway tires, and then also gives you a few TRD Pro goodies like the shifter, the steering wheel, and the exhaust. But you do still get the motor without the hybrid. So if you do want to see more on this one, check the link below. We're going to be doing a fuel economy test with this non-hybrid powertrain and just spending some good time reporting on more of an SR5 type grade. Now, we always do these tests with lossless, uncompressed wave files on a USB stick plugged directly into the system and high-quality Roland binaural microphones in both of my ears, giving you the most realistic audio system demo on YouTube. We also do the test with the sound settings set to their factory defaults, so let's take a look at those now. The TRD Rally gets the 14-inch larger screen here, so it essentially just takes the exact same infotainment and blows it up larger, which is useful for clicking buttons and seeing maps. We're on the media screen right here, but to get to sound settings, we got to go to the gear icon, scroll down to sound and media, and then hit tuning, sound tuning, and you get adjustments for treble, mid-range, and bass. Let's go through those. Then below that, you have a front, rear, left, right fader and balance adjustment, and we have an auto sound levelizer on the screen before that'll lift up the music to compensate for engine wind and road noise when you're at speed. But that's it for audio adjustments. For audio controls here in the Tundra, you got a nice volume knob, good reach of both the driver and passenger, very light clicks, not super common for a Toyota, but a large enough control to reach with gloves or big chunky fingers. We also have a volume adjustment on the left side of the steering wheel. For track selection, do we have physical control here for track? I don't believe we do, so you got to use the touchscreen in the proper menu, but we do at least have physical adjustment on the right side of the steering wheel. Don't love when those are split on the steering wheel, but it's at least there and a physical control. For audio inputs in the Tundra, you have your standard AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio, support for wireless and wired Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, Bluetooth streaming, and a USB-A port, as well as Apple Music and Amazon Music built in. What does that mean you're missing? Well, there's no 3.5mm auxiliary input jack, there's no USB-C input for data. This one in here is simply for charging your phone, and there's no other streaming services like Spotify, Pandora, or YouTube Music or anything like that. Speaker locations. As I said, this is the 9-speaker system. The base Tundra gets a 6-speaker, and then you can get a 12-speaker JBL. We have a review on that over on the full Daily Motor channel from the last time we had a Tundra. But over here we've got a door woofer, kind of a little bit mid-range, but mostly woofer down there 1, tweeter 2, mid-ranger 3, 4, 5 over on the other side. And then in the back you've got a combo of tweeters and woofer 6, 7, 8, and 9. And most people don't listen to 5.1 audio in a truck like this, but just in case you do, let's give a quick test to the 5.1 capabilities of the system.
Left, front, right, front, center, rear.
Okay,
left,
so it down mixes properly. It doesn't play 5.1 surround, but it at least down mixes it down to stereo. And with that, let's head out on the road. pleased me about this system so far this week is it does the most with what it's got. It's not bringing through a ton of instrumentation in a song like this, but it's also not exactly falling on its face. So I'm not, things aren't out of balance and they're not harsh on my ears. know that there's certain sounds and music that should be coming through that we're just not really getting. But for a mid-level system, I'm not really too frustrated by that. For this next track, though, we're going to turn the bass all the way up, see how it sounds. Now, the bass already is very aggressive at flat EQ, as you can probably hear. And then you do that, and we got quite a bit of distortion. We got rattle going on over there. That doesn't sound great. But even right here, still a good amount of bass coming through. Thoughts on the 9-speaker sound system here in the Toyota Tundra. This is, in my opinion, how a mid-level system should sound. Yeah, it's not great. There isn't any audiophile that's going to hop into this car and be blown away. It doesn't have window-shattering bass. No, it's not amazing, but it gets the job done, and it does it in a very straightforward manner. And what I mean is, I've been able to listen to all the members-only tracks and any sort of music that I've... Oh, goodness. That's how accidents happen. Nice job, semi-truck. Goodness. He has this whole lane. What is he doing? Anyway. I've been able to listen to all the music that I wanted to listen to, and it hasn't been an issue. I've been able to enjoy it. I'm not blown away, but I enjoy it. So all that being said, objectively speaking, against all sound systems, this is coming in at a moderate C, very, very middle, maybe 73, 74% C rating. Before the class and the type of system it is, mid-level pickup truck system, I've been giving it a B. It's fine, it really is. So thank you all so much for listening. If you do want to see more on the Tundra, check the link below, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from DM Sound, and as always, drive on.